If you were going to tell a brand new guy what they needed to not necessarily do in getting their first short-term rental, but what they should be thinking about before, right? Because it's easier to prevent those mistakes before. Where are you sending them for information, and what are you telling them? Is there any books that you recommend or anything like that?
So this goes against conventional wisdom, right? After all of the experience I've gained, the first place I send new investors is to a CPA. and that becomes key because, right, you've got to think about what you're getting ready to do the same way Walmart thinks about what it's doing, right? And the reason businesses become successful in most cases are because they understand taxes and they're able to position themselves in their businesses to, I don't want to say take advantage of the tax laws, but there are tax laws. They exist, and that's just what it is. But you've got to understand that as an investor, and then it gets back to, basic finances. Hey, what are your short-term goals, right? With your first unit, what's the thing you're looking for in 12 to 36 months? And then how does that then feed your long-term goals? But sitting in the middle of all of that becomes your taxes. And then once you understand uniquely how taxes impact short-term rentals, simply being, the fact that just about 100% of your expenses go into the loss column. And as I tell investors, year of starting a Airbnb, you're going to have a significant amount of expenses. And we estimate for each unit that we're going to spend somewhere between $35,000 to $50,000 that year in losses from a tax standpoint. So if we're having that discussion in the beginning with new investors, it brings them into a different way of thinking about their first investment and what it means, not only from an income standpoint, but from a tax standpoint. And then where are they positioned to sit at the end of the year based on the time of the year that they're investing, and then also how much they're investing, and then how much of what they're investing are depreciable items that can be spread out over the next couple of years. So yes, that would be the first step. I'd have somebody talk to a CPA that understands real estate, and preferably one that invests in short-term rentals. And just as a shout out, my CPA, awesome team, Shared Economy CPA Services out of California. They have very unique look into not only Airbnb, but all aspects of the sharing economy. So if you're operating and bringing in additional services, as I mentioned, Peerspace and some of the other services, they look at that holistically, and they're able to tie all of those unique aspects in and give you a tax picture based on how you're operating.